What is good, Cluttered people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam taking over the rap news game because all the top people about to start World War III and blow themselves up. For a couple nights ago, DJ Akademiks, arguably the largest individual media personality in hip-hop, was beefing with Adam22 from No Jumper, an organization of very similar size and demographic, so no need for introductions regarding either party, on a Twitch live stream. And throughout the argument that lasted over 3 hours, I might add, I think it's safe to say that DJ Akademiks has officially lost his mind. No doubt this dude's head has become as big as his appetite when he pulls up to the McDonald's drive-thru. Unfortunately, no feature comment for today's video because I'm testing something out. So without further ado, DJ Akademiks going crazy. Let's talk about it. Okay, so to begin, after watching literally the entire 3-hour live stream on DJ Akademiks' Twitch, I really doubt that this whole beef between Akademiks and Adam22 even derives solely from anything Adam did, even though that was the main topic of discussion. For Akademiks kept questioning Adam's integrity of his content and why he airs certain videos and interviews with people that Akademiks may not agree with or like. Rather, I believe all the issues between the two media personalities has arisen from the broader perception of DJ Akademiks individually by the public going downhill, aside from anything related to Adam, and he's just taking it out on Adam among other rappers who throw jabs at him on social media. For Akademiks is currently seen on pretty much every platform in many hip-hop fans' eyes as a culture vulture that exploits the attention from every rapper's negative and positive antics, and this perception is definitely not improved with the strong friendship he holds with 6ix9ine, easily the most hated rapper in the game. Additionally, Akademiks gets trolled pretty hard about his weight, although Gunna has come to the rescue as of recently, so you already know Ak is low-key praying to the poop sock gods above that the Gunna fat joke memes catch on for the long term. And lastly, before we move on to the Adam22 beef, a culmination of the briefly aforementioned factors has caused Akademiks to go back and forth with the likes of Meek Mill, Freddie Gibbs, and others within the last couple months, to the point where Akademiks has become ruthless enough online to get temporarily banned on Twitch as well as temporarily suspended from the show on Complex he co-hosts called Everyday Struggle. So man's definitely needs to watch himself if he wants to keep that corporate bag. Before I summarize the entire beef for the rest of the video, since there really isn't that much content, honestly, I mean, for literally half the live stream, it was just Akademiks interrupting Adam, just screaming his name like, Adam, 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 like he was trying to hint that Adam was piping him low-key from the back outside of the camera angle. But I want to point out that although I believe Akademiks has lost his mind for the most part, some of the things he said that night actually made sense when it came to the culture's perception on him due to his race. Ak might be the new Kanye, low-key, but we'll get to that very soon. For Akademiks started turning up the heat in the podcast/live stream quickly. I mean, within the first few seconds, Ak was already questioning Adam about having a token black dude on his No Jumper podcast that they joke around calling Akademiks, which may or may not be racist. But Lil House Phone, Adam's black co-host on the No Jumper podcast, wasn't offended, so objectively, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Especially after Lil House Phone admitted that he was half Jamaican just like Akademiks, so there really are some distinguishable characteristics in their personalities that are common. But soon, Ak and Adam moved along to an issue regarding Akademiks' ex-girlfriend named Angelica, who was coincidentally a rapper or musician of sorts, wherein Ak was mad that Adam apparently entertained a possible interview with her in which they could potentially speak on Akademiks, because, well, they dated in the past and she probably had some dirt to spill. I guess Akademiks don't want nobody to know how weak his stroke game is. But Adam quickly informs Akademiks that he rejected her proposal for an interview over the mere fact that he simply just didn't want to interview her to talk about Akademiks, because otherwise she is pretty much irrelevant and nobody want to talk about her upcoming music unless she looking like Ruby Rose on the music video shaking her buttered up cheek biscuits or something like that. This argument ends with Akademiks realizing Angelica was the one capping, not Adam, which would make sense considering it is DJ Akademiks' ex. But now we get into the good stuff, the story that got Akademiks big mad, like more angry at Adam over this than when Wendy's forgot the extra fucking pickles on his quadruple baconator. For about a year ago, Adam22 brought Selena Powell on the No Jumper podcast, wherein among many other hip-hop celebrities mentioned her fornication experiences with Akademiks. More specifically, she explained in some way or fashion that her and Ak dated or had some sort of relationship, and she wanted to pipe 6ix9ine too, so they set up a little cuck session where Ak sat in the room watching 6ix9ine do his business tour, even handing him the condom, because you already know she got little critters up her cooch with how many times she's been ran through. Same with 6ix9ine too, apparently. However, Akademiks claims this was hella cap, which I think we all knew considering Selena Powell is known for being the biggest thought in hip-hop, all up in every rapper with over 10k followers DMs. I might even be able to get a shot soon if Whole Lot of Bob keeps going up like it has been. And you know, with all that experience, just a little bit of herps may be worth it. Or maybe not, I don't know. But Ak was still upset that Adam didn't thoroughly disprove Selena on the same or separate video afterwards, and even worse yet, that due to his circumstances of being black, the situation diminishes his brand way more than Adam could even imagine. For I guess, and this is his own words, as a black man, if your girl gets piped down by another dude while dating her, you're basically a now, and your credibility goes through the drain. Now, I'm white, as many of you may or may not know, so I can't really speak on black culture. However, I can say that Will Smith being exposed for his wife cheating on him with August Alsina was the worst thing I've ever seen it happen in his career. The memes were going crazy, and a lot of people in the rap game were clowning him due to how he accepted the fact that her favorite month was August, which happens to be this month we're in right now. So Will Smith, just a heads up, it might be happening again. This is also a great point by Akademiks because it is true that the hip-hop genre is probably one of the strongest cases of brand over necessarily just content. For if the rapper or personality loses respect in some way, as hip-hop is predominantly centered around street cred, or at least it used to be, their sales usually follow suit in the negative sense, such as Rich the Kid when he got run down by Uzi, Smoke Perp by Russ, among many other examples. And according to Ak, this also relates to the respect of his media outlet on Instagram, YouTube, and other social medias, and that since he is a black man, all the rappers check him individually when he posts about them rather than any other news outlets like No Jumper or DJ Vlad or TMZ, because those are all run by white people. So in summary, in the position Akademiks holds in the media space of hip-hop news, being black kind of ruins his relationship with other rappers and fans that Adam and other white media companies don't have to worry about. For Akademiks is seen as one of the rappers almost because he is black. Again, these are his words, not mine. Which, as I mentioned before, I kind of agree with. As an ideology, it does put Akademiks in an odd position being black, doing what he does. However, I don't see why that is Adam's fault as a whole after he already apologized for hosting Selena Powell on the podcast and allowing her to say that. But with the public already knowing her, I don't think anyone even believed her in the first place. It was all just a big joke, like the Drake underage thing, or Uzi and Cardi being gay, or even Gunna being fat, because he's not fat actually. So in my opinion, Ak looks even worse getting mad and insecure about it publicly, which leads us to a very similar argument that transpired between the two personalities again soon afterwards, and that Selena created a whole rumor that she was pregnant with Offset's baby, who, as we all know, is married to Cardi B. And in the same podcast we discussed earlier, Selena somehow implied that Akademiks helped orchestrate the whole rumor to clout her up because he managed her or helped her with a career in the past in some capacity. And according to Ak on the live stream, Cardi B called him allegedly crying for days that her friend Akademiks assisted in something that hurt her very deeply, and that her husband allegedly impregnated another woman while they were dating because of him. But again, this whole rumor turned out to be completely cap, because Selena is known for being a liar that just spews out BS knowing that it will get attention. It's entertaining though, not gonna lie. Akademiks didn't see it this way though. No. For in response to all of the things Adam22 apparently tried to expose him for, he called out Adam22's soon-to-be baby mother Lena the Plug for allegedly admitting to getting ran train on by 6 dudes in one night, although Adam defends himself and his woman like he should and claims she said 2 or 3, but Ak was stringent with the number 6 and even put down $20,000 to assure he was confident, which in my opinion was pretty uncalled for. But hey, DJ Akademiks is out here performing on Twitch technically and earned my sub, whether I think he's morally right or wrong, just because I think it's funny. Akademiks even brought up Adam22's underage allegations that resulted in his label imprint signed to Atlantic being dissolved, which were also never proven correct and thus uncalled for again to bring up in the live stream, in my opinion. Especially because everything that Akademiks was angry with Adam for, Adam never directly said anything. It was always the person he was interviewing or hosting on the podcast. So I really don't get why Akademiks is coming with the heat like that. The last couple of concerns Akademiks shared with Adam22 were the fact that Adam apparently retweeted Lil Tracy's tweet claiming he was dating Akademiks' ex-girlfriend, possibly the Angelica character we mentioned earlier, which I guess Akademiks took to heart as he has with many of the topics they argued over a couple nights ago. And finally, Ak was questioning why Adam showed such disdain for 6ix9ine, alleging he bought fake views for his music videos and covered everyone around 6ix9ine to ultimately prove he was a bad guy, which may or may not be true, but Akademiks again just seems to be in his feelings about his friend. He should just let it all go and accept he and all the people he surrounds himself with are in the spotlight so as to ignore all the hate and chatter that is falsely accusing him and his friends of things, unless it's really bad. I mean, Ak could have publicly announced the whole Selena 6ix9ine cuck thing was cap and we'd believe him, but he let the narrative grow. That's really his own fault for letting Selena run her mouth without opposition. But all in all, Akademiks seems to be chilling with a lot of yes men, getting cocky with every decision he makes, like whatever he does is the perfect way to do it. Like, I respect he's the GOAT in all this and a huge inspiration for a lot of channels and hip-hop blogs, including my own, but I just feel like he's getting lost in the sauce and people are noticing. That's why he's losing support, for if he was completely genuine, I think the public perception would be more favorable to his position. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, sharpening my glizzy for the Twitch live stream that Akademiks calls me on after this video. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about Akademiks and how he stands in hip-hop right now, as well as his beef with Adam22. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description to join the Bob gang if you with it. Peace out, cutty people. Know what I'm saying?